Facebook. Got any questions or anything, type them in the chat.
What's the heat?
ODing on the beat, Narcan flow. We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west sleeve stretch, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery, I be on that prime shit. Take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir, treat you like the Ukraine. Raid your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle. I got new aim, fresh kick, spit with the blick. Not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7. That's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly. Be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog. This the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big bursts of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty little combat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look them in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how the bid ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. There's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside with it.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Today is the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class in San Antonio, Texas. We're going to the scriptures and answer your questions according to the Bible, whatever they may be. We want to give Commander General Yohana a hand for holding on to this truth because as this world fall apart, this is going to be what we use to stabilize our lives, to stay to course, to survive, to be safe. We're going to use what Commander General Yohana held on to, which is brotherhood. A lot of people think stockpiling is the thing that's going to save them. A lot of people think, farming is going to save them. Farming is going to help. You know what I'm saying? Resources are going to help. But you will not be able to do any of those things by yourself. You're going to need your brothers. You're going to need people that you can trust that stand with you and stand by your side in these hard days, in these hard times. So as the money crash, the thing that will never crash is the love that you have for one another, and that's what's going to keep you safe. No matter how hungry you are, no matter how alone you are, if you have a circle of people around you that you can trust, then you'll always be in good hands. So what we're going to do, Salakia, what we're going to do is show you how to find friends, how to find people you can trust, and know how important it is to be around people you can trust. The people that's the most that's going to die the fastest are people that are going to be alone. You independent women that don't need a man, Lord be with you. I pray that you get that spirit off of you, that selfish spirit, and come into the Isupk so that you can live. Because Christ said what he said for a reason. And he wanted you to know what your new currency was going to be. He wanted you to know what's going to stabilize your lives as the world fall apart. Give me Mark 12 and 31 up. What's going to stabilize your world and your lives is the thing that everyone overlooks. That thing that people don't think is important. Khan. Salakia. Go ahead.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this.
Read the first one. Read before that.
Okay, verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
Mm-hmm.
And with all thy soul.
Go ahead. Salakia.
And with all thy mind.
Mm-hmm.
And with all thy strength.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first commandment.
So, Salakia. The most important thing is loving the Most High. That's the most important thing, because the Lord is in control of all of this, man. You have to love the Most High. And read the second most important thing. Ooh, shit.
Verse 31. And the second is like, namely this.
Stop. The second is like what?
Namely this.
The second is just as important as the first one. He keeps reiterating this over and over again. Christ keeps saying this. The second commandment is just as powerful as the first one. Read. Yeah. No, 30. What we at? 30? Yeah, go ahead.
And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Listen, the second thing is just as important as the first. Loving the Most High is the most important thing. And right after that is loving your brother.
Right.
Loving your brother is so important, because that is what the law is balanced off of. The law is balanced on brotherhood. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covenant, thou shalt not commit adultery. Adultery is sleeping with another man's wife. The law is based off of brotherhood. So you can't say you follow Christ and you're the most unbrotherly person. You can't say that you follow Christ and you don't forgive your brother. That is the proof that you love the Lord. Read the next verse.
Verse 32. And the scribe said unto him, well, master, thou hast said the truth.
Mm-hmm.
For there is one God, and there is none other but he.
Listen, son, let me tell you something. It is so important that we learn this right now before things go to shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're going to need to know who to trust, who you can trust and who you cannot trust. You're not going to be when the supermarkets are closed and the gas stations are closed and you just lost all the money that was in your bank. Guess what? Guess where the friends are going to come from? Where are you going to be able to find a friend at?
Nowhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Everybody going to want to be your friend when they ain't got nothing. Everybody going to start to be more friendly when they hungry. They're going to start to be more friendly when they know you have things and they want to get close to you because their survival mode is going to kick in. What you need to do is know who to trust and how to choose your friends right now while everything is still intact. Give me Ecclesiasticus. No, not yet. Not yet. Give me Proverbs 18-24. Yeah, start there. Start at 19.
Look at Proverbs chapter 18, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
So the first thing you have to know is if you offend a brother, it's hard for him to forgive you. It's harder for him to be won over than a strong city. That's how it is in Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities. That's why it's so important that you love one another. And that's why Christ said, love your enemy. That's why Christ said, turn the other cheek. Because once we offend each other as brothers, it's hard for us to forgive each other. But you know who we can forgive very easily? Oh, our oppressor.
Right.
Your oppressor offends you. Oh, man, it's all right. Oh, no. I understand. Yeah, I know. Your brother offend you. It's hard for you to forgive him. And that's why Christ kept teaching to love one another. Because the problem has never been about us loving everybody else, because we can do that very well. We can love everybody. We can love the Africans in slavery, the white man in slavery, the Babylonians, the Persians and the Medes. We can love them. We can love those people and their gods, their idols, their feast days, their women. We can love everything about them. It's just loving your God that's hard. It's loving your women that's hard. Your kids that's hard. You'll love the hell out of a little white boy. Whoa, you'll take a little white boy in and be his father. It's just you being your children's father that's hard to do.
Right.
That's the hard thing to do. It's hard for you to be there for your own children. Lord Christ, I'm teaching class. Need something? All right, Lord Christ. So, a brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city. Keep reading.
And their contentions are like the bars of a castle.
And their contentions, their anger is like the bars of a castle. What is that? Their anger towards you is like burglar bars. What do burglar bars do? What do burglar bars do? Mm-hmm. They keep criminals out. That's what they do. The contention that your brother have for one another, it keeps them from ever wanting to be brothers with you. They never want to love you or unify with you, join you, because they're mad at you. That's why Christ gave you Matthew 18 and 15. Why? Because he has to stop the anger that we have for each other. So we have to have a protocol. We have to have rules for us to love each other. Because if it's left to us, we'll hate each other for how long? Forever. Christ has to keep coming, and Christ has to say over and over, love ye one another. Love your brother. Love thy neighbor. Love. Now, when did he have to ever tell us to love everybody? Never. Because loving everybody is easy. Because loving everybody is really loving nobody, because you don't know everybody. Keep going.
Verse 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth.
You hear what that said? A man's stomach is happy with what he hears, like what he says. Make a man feel good when he can just say what he want to say. That's what make a man feel good. Cuss you out, disrespect you, talk about your mama, talk about your kids, talk about everything. He feel good when he can just talk loose and say what he want to say. Keep going.
And with the increase of his lips shall he be filled.
And with the more he talk, the better he feel. He'll be the more he talk, he's filled with whatever it is he's trying to get. If he's talking about knocking you out, now he's filled with anger. If he's talking about how broke you are, now he's filled with pride about how he got more money than you. If he's talking about whatever he's talking about, he's filling himself up with that he's talking about. Keep going.
Verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Death and life are in the power of what?
The tongue.
What does that mean? Sis?
What you say is powerful?
Yes, but how powerful is it? It can either get you killed or it can either solve a problem to where you don't fight. It's how you word it. It's all based off of your mouth. So what is this scripture teaching you? Watch your mouth. The number one problem in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community is people don't know how to watch their mouth. They don't know how to respect one another. Therefore, that makes you hate them forever. And it makes you never want to be friends with them and never want to love them and never want to join them. It's the thing that, that makes us enemies toward one another. Give me, what was I at? Give me verse, I think 24. Yeah. 24, yeah.
Verse 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly.
A man that has friends must show himself to be friendly. Go ahead.
And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
You know how people get friends? Because you are someone that knows how to talk. You know how to respect people. You show yourself to be friendly. Because a real friend sticks close like a brother. What is a brother willing to do for you? Die and kill for you. That's what he's willing to do. He don't give a damn what the situation is. He gonna stand there whether you right or wrong, right there with you. He gonna tell you you're wrong when we get home. But when it's time to bang, it's time to fight, we gotta go in. We gotta go in and knuckle up. That's what happens. But you don't need to be trying to find out who's your friend when the world falls to shit. When everybody is hungry and everybody is needing things, because now you're just a friend. They're your friend because they're an opportunist. And now you can't really trust their friendship because they're trying to get something out of you. And that's why they're your friend. Be wary of people that start to be friendly when they see you're doing good. Those same people that always knew you, that always saw you, they see you, doing better in life. They, oh man, hey, how you doing? You got to watch them. I'm not telling you not to talk to them, but don't be so eager to make friends. This is what the Bible is going to teach you today. Give me Ecclesiasticus 12 and 8. Mm-hmm.
Of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
No, a friend can be known when you got money.
A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
A friend cannot be known in prosperity. Can't be. Why? Because they wasn't with you when you were not prosperous. You know when people really mess with you when you have nothing and they still by your side. That's a real friend. Your real friends are not the ones that's your friends when you own. See, this is a good lesson for tax season. Sisters, you know what I mean? You got to understand that everybody is not your friend when you are prosperous. Keep reading.
And an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
And your true enemies can't be hidden when things are hard. That's Quador. Your true enemy cannot be hidden when you are broke. They're gonna tell you how they feel about you because they don't have nothing to gain from you. So they have no reason to be nice, no reason to respect you. And that's the problem. We have been taught to only respect those that we want stuff from or that we want to learn. Like, what's that saying? They say if you want to be rich, you need to hang around rich people. You know, you are the company you keep. So that's pretty much saying that if you're hanging with broke people, you'll always be broke. But in actuality, poor people don't have a choice who they can hang with because rich people don't want to hang with poor people. So a poor person could be the best friend ever, whether you got money or not, but you'll never know it because you are looking at him socially through social status, through wealth and all of that. But during the times that we're going in right now, you need to know who's your friend and who's not your friend. And the way you're going to be able to identify that is the way Christ identified it. And that's what we're going to show you. But we're going to go more into this. Keep going.
Verse 9.
Give me
In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved.
In the prosperity of a man, your enemies are grieved. So when you're doing good, guess who's mad? Your enemies. Those are your real enemies. The people that's hating on you, when the likes stop on social media because you're happy, they are really your enemies. They only like to be around you when you're hurt. Why? Yeah, but go more deep into it.
Because they really want to see you fail.
Why? Why do they want to see you fail?
So you keep being poor?
That's true too, but what you finna say?
I'm going to say the only reason they
Why do they want to see you fail? You got to break free. They want to see you fail because they're not doing good. Hurt people. And they don't want to see you doing better than them. So what are they going to tell you about your relationship? To do what? You should leave them. Why? What's happening in their relationship? They don't have one. Yikes. Right. That's what they're going to. You know what? You know who the best, people to give advice? The people who don't have it. What? They can tell you what to do with that money. You got that money? Listen, you know what you need to invest in? You need to put your money into crypto. I'm telling you, I know it's going to work for you. People that don't have nothing, they can tell you what to do. But that don't make sense. You understand? We get counsel from people that know, people that have. That's how you keep your stuff. But you're going to lose, you're going to break relationships and stop trusting the world because you're giving people trust that don't deserve your trust. You understand? Keep going.
But in his adversity, even a friend will depart.
But in his adversity, this type of person gonna leave you. In his adversity. So when times get hard, you know something that people do a lot with their friends because they don't trust their friends? They leave. Why? Yeah, but what do they not want to do? Now, we friends. We went through the struggle together. Now, I started going through something and I started leaving away from you. Why? Yeah. We friends. And I started going through stuff and I leave you. Why? Why do I leave you during my time of adversity? Because I don't want to tell you that I'm going through anything. Because I don't trust you enough to tell you about my pain. Because I don't know who to trust. See what I'm saying? Because this friendship is not starting from a place of being in the mud together. It's starting from, we kind of, good. We both had good places in our lives. And then I fall off. Well, now I can't trust that you're going to be a friend of me and help me when I'm down because we didn't come from it, from being in the mud together. So now I really can't ever trust you. So you know the first thing that the Lord do when you come into the truth? He puts you through the mud with you and your brothers. You and your brothers struggle together. Why? So when he raises you out of the mud, you can trust each other. Because y'all was sleeping head to toe. You was sleeping on the floor. He was sleeping on the other side of the floor. He was sleeping on the pallet. You was sleeping on the mattress. He was sleeping in the driver's seat. You was sleeping in the passenger seat. You was going through the struggle together. So now when you get money, when you open businesses, and when your brother say, man, I'm going through something, you're like, man, whatever you need, I got. Yeah, you good, bro. You my brother. That's how you're going to be able to survive in these days. These times that's coming, listen, banks are not getting loans to stay open. The second largest bank in the world got shut down. You know what that means? Money is not going to be the currency that's going to keep you safe. It's not. In a minute, that dollar is just going to be what it is, just paper. Resources is going to be what you need to survive in this place. You're going to need something to trade. But if you're alone, who's going to make sure that trade goes well? How come that trade could become a robbery? What you got? I got some water. I got this. I got that. Oh, for real? Yeah, I mean, whatever you need. What you got? Oh man, I got this and that. Oh man, that's what's up. Hey, I'll be right back though. Let me go. Yeah, I'm gonna go get it from the house and bring it here. You need something? I'm finna go get some food. Y'all hungry? Oh nah, ain't nobody here but me. Oh, okay. You come back to the door, it's 10 niggas come to your door. Like, yeah, fam, hey, I appreciate it. What you say you got in here? Water? You said, where that's at? Well, you said that rice was at? You said rice. I remember you said water, rice. You said all that. Where is it? Hey, y'all go look in there and see if it's. You're going to need a brother. You're going to need someone to stand with you when times get hard. This ain't going to be the time to be strong, black, and independent. Because your independence may get you killed. Keep going.
Verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust who?
Thine enemy.
So who is the enemy that you shouldn't trust? Because Christ said to do what to your enemy? And what else? Love your enemy. So Christ said, forgive your enemy and love your enemy. But then over here it said, never trust your enemy. Who should you never trust? Yes. Because your oppressor has a system that's set up to keep you under him. When the government falls, whose fault is that? The white man. So who did you put your trust in for your safety, your happiness, your food, your clothes, your shelter, your every resource on this earth? You depended on who to give it to you? Your enemy. But what did God say to do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
So what does that mean you need to be doing? You need to provide food, clothes, water, meat, resources for yourself, because you should never trust your enemy. So what does that mean you need to do? What does that mean each and every brother needs to do? You need to be trying to find a way to be able to provide for yourself and your house. If the lights went off right now, what could you do? Okay, you got a generator, you need gas, you need oil. And how long is it gonna take for the gas to be taken out of every pump in the next 300 miles? Right. So if you don't got gas and oil right now, you pretty much don't got nothing. If you don't have a generator right now, when you gonna buy the generator? When the lights go out? You gonna buy the generator? Boom. Let's go to Home Depot. Go get us a gas. Let's go get us some gas cans. Let's go get us a generator. It's too late now. It's too late for that. See, what you need to do is what. Hold on, let me show you. What you need to do is what the Bible says. Give me hold on, let me find it because I don't even want you to. What you need to do is prepare. That's what you need to do. That's what wise people do. Give me Proverbs 6:6. You need to get prepared for what's coming to this place. But who do you need to prepare with? That's the question. You need to prepare with people you can trust. Now, let's say, for instance, you're preparing with somebody that eat pork. So you trying to stockpile a refrigerator up with meat, but they throwing pork chops in there. That's meat you can't eat. It's taking up room for meat you can't eat. So what does that mean about the people you prepare with? What do y'all have to be on? You have to be on one accord. Because what did the Bible say about a house? A house that's divided against itself cannot stand. If we in the house bickering and arguing with each other, we're not going to last long. We're not going to stand. We should be on one accord on how we move, how we build, how we grow, and how we protect and serve and provide for one another. Because your new currency is going to be your brothers and your sisters. They're going to be what you depend on. Read what you got in Proverbs.
Book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant.
Go to the what?
The ant.
Go to the ant. Uh-huh.
Thou sluggard.
Sluggard. You know what a sluggard is? Someone who drags their feet and never do what they say they're going to do. You know, sluggard. You're being sluggish about getting that generator. You got it on your mind. You know that's the first thing you need. The lights go out, I'm going to get a generator. Where the generator at? Oh, because you've been sluggard. You've been dragging your feet. You have been being a procrastinator. Keep going.
Consider her ways and be wise.
You know what ants do? Go ahead.
They do a lot of things, to be honest.
Yeah, break it down. Give me the ant science. I know you've seen the Bug's Life. Give me the science of an ant.
They work together.
How do they work together? An ant, a whole village of ants die together for one ant. Or you'll see them carrying the dead ants to the ant mound. Ant, if they can get them, they're going to carry that ant all the way to the queen. That's how the ant. They got brotherhood. Have you ever seen ants, one ant alone? You don't see that. And if you do, if you see an ant walk across this table, that is him trying to die. That's it. Because I'm gonna see that little ant, I'm gonna do this. It's over for him. That was a suicide mission. When you see a bunch of ants, you get away from them. But you need to be like the ant because ants prepare for the winter in the summer. Hold on, I think it says that. Keep reading. Read what you got.
Verse 7, which having no God, overseer, or ruler.
The ant don't have a guide. They don't have an overseer or a ruler. Nobody's telling them what to do. Keep going.
Verse 8, provideth her meat in the summer.
Go ahead.
And gathereth her food in the harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9, how long wilt thou sleep?
Read that again.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
Mm-hmm.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
How long are you going to sleep and play with preparing? When are you going to wake up and realize the reality of what's really going on in your face? This world is falling apart in front of your eyes, and you are focused on basketball and Bad Girls Club and, and what you said? Not with that? What you said?
What you mean?
Oh, I thought you had said something else.
No.
Nah, you are focused on things that won't matter in a few seconds. You hear what I'm saying? Things that won't matter in a crisis. That's what you need to stop sleeping and stop playing. And you need to prepare like the ants. Those Cheetos that them ants is taking in that mound is for the winter.
Right.
It's for the rainy day when they can't come outside. So you're gonna have to get like a plan on how to eat. You have to make that appetite a little smaller. You have to get your mind right because it's getting bad out here. The second largest bank couldn't get bailed out. So what does that mean about you? All that money that was in that bank, they said the most that they could provide to those people is $250,000. Yeah, you got millions of dollars in the bank, and all they can give you is $250. Listen, they're telling that to millionaires. What about you? What about that little $1,000 you got in the bank? That little $400 you got? That $250 you need? What about that? You ain't getting nothing, right? And now you're gonna be doing this in front of brothers' faces. Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom, Mike. What's going on? Hey, Lord, crazy. Now you know the salute. Hey, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah. What's going on? Yeah, I'm here for class tonight. Y'all cooking? Y'all got food tonight? Don't y'all be feeding brothers? Yeah, man. Where them clothes that they be over here? Now you want to be a brother. Don't be that type of brother. Don't be a brother that's just here because you are trying to use the brotherhood. Be somebody that everybody knows that you just naturally have been a brother. You've always helped. You've always been a sister. Be that. So no one would have to suck their teeth every time you reach your hand in a bag for a bag of chips. You understand? I asked for a scripture.
Yeah, you got a couple of scriptures.
Okay, go ahead. Just pull up one of them.
Yes, for who is my mother?
Give me that. We're gonna find out how Christ determined who his friends were. How did Christ determine how he helped people? Go ahead, tell me the scripture.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 46.
Matthew 12 and 46.
Wow.
Go ahead.
While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without.
So Christ is on the podium speaking. Christ is out in the streets teaching. And Christ's mother showed up, his mama and his brothers. So who are these people? His family. This is Christ's family. Go ahead.
Desiring to speak with him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 47. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? Verse 49. And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples.
Toward who?
His disciples.
Toward his mama and his brothers.
His disciples.
And said what?
And he said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
Christ, your king, said, my brothers and my mothers are the people that are in the school. That's what Christ taught. That's what Christ taught the disciples. And that's what we're teaching the disciples right now. The brothers and sisters in the truth are your first priority because they are the family that have proven to you that they will stand with you through the mud. Because your family in the world turned on you when you decided to follow Christ. So when it's come times for the benefits of Christ and all the preparation that the men of God have stored, they go to the men of and women in the truth first. Keep reading.
Verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
That's what Christ taught. How do you find your brother and your sister and your mother and the people you should help? You find them doing the work of the Lord. because you agree on everything. How to eat, how to live, how to, what's the mission? We understand what's brotherhood or what's selfish. We live by a code. And that code is what's going to make us be able to survive. When you got people that don't live by the code, then they're going to do something that could possibly get all of us killed. That's because they are moving on their own path. They're thinking about themselves only. But we have been trained to think as a unit. You can't be in the military and the platoon leader give an order and you run off and be Rambo and do your own thing and think you're not going to put all of the rest of the platoon in jeopardy. And when you try to help people that don't have the same mind as you, you're really putting everyone in jeopardy. That's why you don't see Chinese homeless people on the street. How many? You see Chinese people on the street homeless? Why? Because they agree. If a Chinese man he gets into a low state, he can walk into any nail shop and get a job. Because what they agree on how to work, they agree on how to eat, they agree on when to sleep. They follow orders amongst each other. That man, that they gonna walk up in there, they gonna say, this is what you do. You eat at this time, you stay here, you sleep in this store, you clean it, you do that, and you don't do that, you get kicked out. Okay. Black man. Hey man, what's good, bro? I need somewhere to stay. All right, come on in here. Man, I got these pork chops I'm trying to cook. Now you can't eat that. Man, you can't tell me what to eat. Hold on, I'll be all right. Fire up this cigarette. And now you can't smoke over here. Man, I don't smoke whatever the hell I want. Not in my house. You're not finna come in my house and bring a Christmas tree. You're not finna be in my house. We don't agree. So now we're gonna be in the house beefing because I don't want the Lord's wrath on my house because you're here. So now you have opened up the Lord's anger to be brought down on my house because you want to do what you want to do. No, we're not doing that. Go back to Ecclesiastes 12. And we're going to show you why we're not going to do that. 12 and 6. No, I'm going up. Going up. Go to, 12 and 4, Salakia.
This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Yikes. What did the Bible just say?
Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Now we all sin and fall short of his glory, right? Don't we all sin? Yeah, we all sin. So why does the Bible say give to the godly man and help not a sinner? Because what is a sinner? Someone, okay, most of us have smoked before, right? But what is a smoker? Someone who's doing it constantly. Somebody who's not trying to stop smoking. That's what a sinner is. A sinner is the person that's living it, doing it, walking out, they out the closet. They just living life how they want to live it. Well, the Bible says, help the godly. Help the man that's trying to change, the one that's fighting the same way you fighting. People that's on the same road as you, walking that straight and narrow, but help not a sinner. Not someone that's comfortable doing what they're doing, that want to do what they want to do, and you can't tell them nothing. And we're going to find out why we can't help them. Keep going.
Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Do well unto them that are lowly, but don't help the ungodly.
What is that talking about? The lowly is the poor and the people that need help. If you can assist them, help them, but don't help the prideful that's just, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do. All right, maybe the Lord got a little more whooping to do to you. Keep going.
Hold back thy bread.
Hold back what?
Hold back thy bread.
Yikes. What is the Lord telling you to do? Don't give him no money. Don't give him no food. Hold it back. Keep going.
and give it not unto him.
Go ahead.
Lest he overmaster thee thereby.
See, this is the part that you don't understand when you're trying to help people. You are a sucker. And as the scriptures say that the children of darkness are wiser than the children of light. You are always looking for the good in people. And they are overmastering you. They are tricking you. They're taking advantage of you. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? I need a little help, man. If you could you please? We see it at camp all the time. Man, F y'all. We don't give it, man, this and that. Hey, brother, you want something to eat? I mean, if you could, brother, I really, that demon leave right off of them. Because they didn't see any benefit in talking to us because we didn't have nothing to give them. But once we had something to give them, then they learn how to talk to us. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto you.
What does that mean? You're going to read it again. I don't want to tell you. I want you to understand it.
For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto you. What
does that mean? It said, don't help a sinner. Hold back thy bread from them. Don't give them no food and no money. Because if you do, you're going to receive twice the evil for the good you've done to them. What is that saying?
You help him, you're going to get evil done unto you.
Why?
Because you help the sinner.
So who's hurting you?
The Most High.
The Most High is going to hurt you for helping the man that he's trying to hurt. God is doing this to them. They're in the condition that they're in because God is hurting them. The Lord is hurting them. And so now what are you doing? Oh, I got you. I'm going to help you out. So now the Lord got to stop you and take your resources so you can't help them. And once you stop being able to help them, then what will they do? No, they're going to keep sinning, but what else would they do? They're going to leave you. They're going to go to somebody else where they can get help because a friend is not known during times of adversity. They're not going to stay there and stand by your side because they were only there to get something from you. So they're going to move around. And then the Lord may be able to help you again. Then the Lord may give you back what you need. And now you will be to learn a lesson to not help them because they were not standing by your side when you needed the help. Keep going.
Verse 6, for the Most High hateth sinners.
No, he loves sinners.
For the Most High hateth sinners.
No, God hates the sin, but loves the sinner.
For the Most High hateth sinners.
We read in the Bible. The Bible says God hates sinners. And what is he going to do?
And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
And he's going to get you for your sin. Keep going.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
And he going to save you just so he can kill you when Christ come back. If you don't get your life right. So do what? Keep going.
Verse 7, give unto the good and help not the sinner.
So he said it again. So give to the good and help not a sinner. No matter who it is. Because sometimes you're helping someone that God is trying to hurt. So what should you do? You should get counsel on when you should help certain people. You should say, look, this is happening. My mama need help with this. What should I do? And then the man above you, your husband or your camp leader will be able to tell you, yeah, you should help him. Or, no, she needs to learn from her lesson. She needs to learn this time. How many times have you helped her? I help her all the time. You help her all the time? How often does she ask for help? Well, I mean, normally every time she get paid, but she paid me back. Yeah, you need to stop paying her because what you're doing is teaching her an evil lesson against you because she's overmastering you. She's doing this thing because she knows that you're going to be there to help her. So she's never going to become better. You're going to have to help her by not helping her. And that may be a hard pill to swallow, but you're going to have to take the counsel, because if you don't listen to what the Lord's men say, what's going to end up happening to you? The Lord is going to do evil unto you because you are not listening. So you got to know who to help, when to help them, because if you don't, then you're going to end up getting evil done to you by helping them. So you want to just make sure. Hold on, let me go to chapter 6. Let me see what that is. Yeah, go to chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 5. Same book. Yeah.
Chapter 6.
Verse 5.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 5. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. So
talking nice to people will make people be your friend and listen to you. And you have to watch that, because there are a lot of sweet talking people out here. What does the Bible say about our oppressor? His words are what? His words are smoother than butter. But what? But war is in his heart. How do you think your oppressor got that land from the Native Indians? Coming over here talking noise? No. Hey guys, hey man, this is nice you have over here. Oh yeah, man, look, we got a whole lot more. Look, hey, bring out the stuff out the house. Oh, what's that you got there? What's that kind of bird? What kind of bird is that? Oh, it's a parrot. Yeah, they over here. Parrots over here. Look at this. These are called beads. You see that? You see these beads? Yeah, we wear them around our neck and on our wrists. Oh man, I've never heard of beads. Yeah, go bring the other church. Go bring the chest out. What's this, gold? Oh yeah, it's just laying around here. The kids skip, they throw these across the water and skip across the water. Wow, you people have a very nice thing going over here. Oh yeah, man, look, you can matter of fact, you could go and stay over there. We'll stay over here. You can, man, you guys are so nice. Look, I'm gonna go back home real quick, get a couple of my things, and I'll be back. He writes to the queen. He's like, look, the people over there are so nice and peaceable. Give me 50 men and I can enslave all of them. Sweet words don't mean that they love you. That's how you get set up. Keep going.
Verse 6. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Be at peace with many. Meaning, don't be somebody that everywhere you go, you got an enemy. Know how to deal with people. But out of 1,000 people, out of all the people you know, how many counselors should you have? One. You shouldn't be talking to everybody about your business. You shouldn't, you know where 1,000 counselors are at? Where can you go right now and get 1,000 counsels? Sis? No, 1,000 counselors right now. Facebook. Everybody gonna tell you what to do. Girl, I'm having problem with these niggas. What should I do? Leave them, girl. Girl, you should key his car. Girl, you should take all his money. Girl, you're gonna have 1,000 counselors. Out of 1,000 counselors, just have one. Have one person that you talk to about your problems. Don't talk to everybody about your problems. Why? Because everyone doesn't have your best interest at heart. Because hurt people want to see you hurt. They don't want to see you doing better than them. Keep going.
Another one kind. Verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Read that again.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Keep reading.
And be not hasty to credit him.
Listen, people do this so much, man. They meet a person one time. A lot of people get friends in passing. Like you see people every day, Hey, what's good, boy? At first is, then after that is, hey, what's up, man? Then it's, yeah, this my boy right there. Now he your friend. You don't know what he is. You don't know who he is. You don't know nothing about him. You just see him in passing. Prove him before you call him your friend. Because you could see your friend on the news being a child molester. And then somebody say, hey, ain't that your boy? Ain't that your friend? And now you got to bet you, no, I really ain't know him like that. I just know him from work. Nah, man, you was telling me that was your friend when I saw you. The Bible is telling you so that you won't look like a fool. Prove him first. When you come in here and you come in this truth, you come into school, do we accept all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
No.
We don't?
Actually, yes.
Yes. We accept all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But how do you become someone with a reputation in the school?
By coming in here and not changing it, or by coming in here and being
a good reputation, let me say that.
Oh, good reputation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by coming in here and being, like, changing, like, and staying here.
And so what happens for you to change? What do we have to see? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, sis.
You have to see the ways of the world, like, kind of go off of them.
Yes, you got to see them actually change. You got to see who they were when they came in. You can be like, okay, I see what that brother dealing with. I see what she dealing with. I see what's wrong. And you got to watch them fight it. You got to watch the world come up against them, their family come up against them, and then you got to see what they do at that moment. Because when their back is against the wall, that's how you find out what a person is really made of. When everybody's against them, what are they going to do? Fold, or are they going to stand there with you? Are they going to run away, or are they going to stand there with you? That's when you find out who your friends really are. Through time of adversity, when things get hard. And so that's what you're doing. That's what we're doing. We're looking at you to see what you're really made of. Are you made of gold? Or are you just, are you a diamond? What is a diamond? A diamond is a rock. But once it's put under pressure, the pressure knocks all the impurities off of it. And now you get to see the beauty inside of it. Well, that's what we have to do to you. We gotta let that's why Christ said he's baptizing you in water and fire. So what's the water? The water is the teaching. You come in here and get taught, you get cleansed, the washing of the word by the water. And as you are sitting in the water, what is going on in your life? The fire. So you're getting cleaned and taught, and then you're being tested every day. And now everybody's sitting back and watching what you do in the test. And then when you come through that, and everybody saw you come through it, and everybody's like, she just like me. He just like me. He fought that just the same way I fought it. I can trust him because we are not divided. We're together. We went through the same struggles. And the struggles is just life. But life just starts to hit you a little different when you come in the truth. The punches are a little harder than they were when you were in the world, because when you were in the world, you didn't understand why you were getting it. Now you're in the truth. You're getting taught every day while you're getting slapped. And so now you're being given the information and the tool that you can use to actually not fold under pressure. So now we're going to see what you're really made of. Oh, he's just a rock. Ain't no diamond under there. Ain't no gold under there. That's just a rock. So what's gonna happen? You're just gonna leave and be out there with the rest of the rocks. Keep going.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
See, that's what you got to understand about certain people. Certain people are just friends because they have an agenda for the friendship, for their own occasion. Keep going.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
And they will not be there when times get hard. When times get hard, they are going to be Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendly Negro. They're going to disappear. Keep going.
Another one time. Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to an enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
There's a friend that they start hating on you and they turn to hate you more, and then they start to find out things about you. See, women, stop sitting up and telling everybody your business, because as soon as they get mad at you and they know about your dirt and your filth, what do? They tell everybody, because they were never really friends in the first place. It's in the Bible. And you know why? Because that has always happened. We have always been bamboozled by just being, what's the word I'm looking for? Gullible. Perfect. Being gullible. Keep reading.
Another one time. Verse 10. And again, some friend is a companion at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
You got some friends that's your friend right here in your face. But as soon as times get hard, they get up from that table of affliction with you and go sit at the table with somebody else that's not being afflicted. Keep going.
Another one come. Verse 11. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself.
Mm-hmm.
And will be bold over thy servants.
Yeah, when you doing good, he gonna act like you, and he gonna be walking around your palace telling your slaves what to do. Your biggest fan. Didn't he tell you to do this? See, man, you know what? Your wife, man, she ain't really by your side, but the whole time he texting her. He texting her behind your back. Keep going.
Another one come. Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face.
If you are going through a hard time, this type of person will turn against you and do what?
And hide himself from thy face.
And hide from you, so you won't ask him for help. The way he was asking you for help, he want to make sure that he don't ever have to return the favor. This is majority of your friends and family. So when Christ said, who is my mother and brother, you got to know that a lot of your family members are really not good friends. That's why y'all don't talk. That's why y'all relationship is so bad, because y'all, the only connection y'all really have is just being kin. But you didn't choose them. You were born to them. So you had no choice but to be around them and be raised with them and all of that. What you are doing now is choosing a family when you come in the truth. You are choosing people that are like you, that think like you, that live like you. So that means the relationship will be more beneficial, because now these are people that you chose. But it's telling you how to choose them. Keep going.
Another one come. Verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies,
mm-hmm.
and take heed of thy friends.
You need to make sure that even the people that are of your nation, that are your enemies, separate yourself from them. You know what I mean? You don't got to go around them and try to be like, you know what? We beefing. I'm still going to the spot. I'm going to still pull up because ain't nobody going to run me off. Give it a little time. Give it a little time. Don't, you ain't got to go be right in front of them. You ain't got to do all that. Separate yourself from your enemy and take heed to thy friends. Meaning put yourself more around your friends than your enemies, than these fake friends that you got around you. Put yourself more around people that prove they really love you, other than the people that prove that they really flaky. Keep going.
Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
A real friend,
a
real faithful friend is a strong defense. That's somebody that'll be by your side. You ain't got to worry about nothing. They there, you know you good. You know that, if it go down, you know that they rocking with you. Keep going.
And he that hath found such and one hath found a treasure.
That's real currency.
That's right. All right.
Your real currency is brotherhood. That's a real treasure. Brotherhood is the new currency. When the world falls apart, you're going to need a brother, not a dollar. People in Argentina, who's that? Who money collapsed? Honduras? Venezuela? Yeah. They making purses out of them dollars. They weaving them, they folding them dollars up and weaving them into purses. They weaving them, they making pictures out of them dollars. They folding them in and out and making design out of them dollars. Them dollars don't mean nothing now. Go ahead,
I was just gonna emphasize on that because I seen the video and the money just blowing down the street.
Yeah.
Like just blowing down the street like trash.
Yeah, because it is trash. Because that's not what's the defense. Your brother is what's going to defend you. How many of you have ever had a fight and the dollar saved you? What you say? No, it's not going to defend you. No, because I'll take your dollar and still punch you in your mouth. That dollar, you give, here's some money. You can pay me and I will still beat you up and walk away with the money. What are you going to do? Take it from me? I beat you up. No, but you having a brother standing by your side, that's a real treasure. Keep going.
Verse 15. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Read that again.
Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Nothing countervails a faithful friend. Nothing is against that. There's nothing better than that. Keep going.
And his excellency is invaluable.
Listen, man, you if you're married, your relationship should be a friendship. Y'all should be friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be able to deal with each other on a level that is, that y'all can enjoy each other, laugh, and have fun. You know what I'm saying? The white man made your marriage a business. He made your marriage, something that had to be agreed upon in front of him. And then if you get tired of being in business with him, then he tells you you're not his business partner anymore. Man, forget that. No, your friendship with your husband and with your wife is based off of how y'all deal with each other. And it should be strong. It should be a bond that no man could ever break. What the Bible say? What God? Go ahead. What did it say?
What the Lord put together, no man shall put asunder.
Nobody should be able to break up your friendship, your relationship. It should be nothing that comes up that could break up your friendship, because your friendship should be something that should never be taken away. Keep going.
I want you to see this video right here, Kevin.
What you got?
This video of Venezuela, there's money out here on the street.
Man, post it. Put it on the screen. Can you put it up on the screen? Yeah, put it on the screen for the people to see how much of a defense money. Now, the Bible says that money is a defense. Money is something that you can use, but it is not better than a brother. Money is not, you shouldn't replace money. You shouldn't replace your brother with money. And that's what a lot of people are doing out here in this world today. A lot of people are turning their back on real people for fake paper, fiat currency, something that's not real, fake. That's what it is. They overprint. Go ahead. They're turning their back on paper, turning their back on people and real relationships for paper. You don't have a relationship with paper. You are turning your back on your brother for a tree. That's what you're doing. You know how many people died over trees? People are dying over trees every day. Trees with people's faces on it. And now, all of this money that everybody love and fight for, what does the Bible say about money? Go ahead.
The love of money is the root of
The love of what?
The love of money.
The love of money. Money is not the root of all of evil. The love of it is. The love of money will make you kill your brother. The very thing that's going to defend you in a real fight. The love of money will make you leave your husband. The very person that would give his life for you if somebody was to break in the house. The love of money will make you do anything that is evil if you loving it the wrong way. But there is a way to have money that is righteous. Because you can have money and still love your brother. You can have money and not turn on your brother. Where we at? Keep reading.
Verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Listen, man. Do you know why so many people are depressed and going through anxiety and going through all of this heartache and this pain? Because of heartache. Because of heartache and pain, which comes from loved ones, from people they love. That's where it comes from. It comes from heartache and pain, and for trying to live above your means, because you're only trying to live above your means because you don't have real friends, and your friends are making you feel like you need to live on this level to be in this circle. Those people that's on this video where the money is blowing down the street, they husbands don't wear shoes, and they walking up and down the street. The wife don't wear shoes, and they walking up and down the street. They washing the clothes in the river. See, the problem is you going out and chasing the waterfalls when you should stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. See, that's the problem. That's why they said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Get back to the rivers and the lake. You trying to have these big, high esteem friends. You want to be in this circle. You want red bottoms and the Birkin bags, and you want to get your hair and your nails done every week because that's what everybody else is doing. You want to throw money in the club because that's what everybody else is doing. Well, that's the waterfalls are. But you a river and lake nigga. So now you are chasing it, trying to be in the midst of the waterfalls when you just a normal stream. You just used to just being good with just being right here. What they say after that? It got real heavy. You gonna have it your way or nothing at all. Yeah. Because listen, you're gonna end up trying to fight for something and not have nothing. You're fighting for your freedom and your liberty and what you want to do, and end up with nobody. End up single. What? Hey, TLC. What's that song they had? Scrubs. I don't want no scrub. Which one of TLC is in a successful marriage? Yikes. Wait. Which one of them got a house and a car? Ain't they sitting on the passenger side of their best friend ride? Didn't TLC make like $2,500 in their whole career? Didn't TLC have to file for bankruptcy? Aren't TLC scrubs?
One of them burned down somebody's house or something like that.
Listen, they don't have nothing. Yeah. A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly, also known as a buster. Always talking about what he want, but sit on his broke ass. Well, guess what? Guess what Chili doing? Making dance videos. Always talking about what she want. And she's somewhere sitting on her broke ass. They don't even want her to come and perform no more. You ain't even seeing them on no tours. Because they scrubs. You know why? Because they should have stuck to the rivers and the lakes that they used to. They shouldn't have turned their back on their friends. They should have stayed with helping their people and loving their brothers. Go ahead,
that part when you said, like, when they said, you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
The precept that come to mind is in Matthew for me, where it says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it."
That's it. They tried to save their life and they lost it. Somebody said that one of them dating a white man right now. Why? Because she trying to find a breath of fresh air. She thinks, I got to get with a white man to get out. She tried to find another friend. But what did the Bible say about that friend? Never love thine enemy. So what's going to happen to her? When everything goes to shit, what's going to happen to that sister that's with that white man? She's going to be out of there. Listen, I was in the room on Clubhouse the other day, and this white man was on the stage, and he said this with so much pride. He said this. He said, listen, all you black people, y'all are not ready for what's coming. He said, y'all are not ready for what's coming. My grandfather has been stockpiling since the late 1800s. We've been waiting on this day. He said, when did you start stockpiling? COVID, not 2019. And I was sitting, I was thinking, like, damn, this devil is got so much pride. He said, man. Then some girl on the stage said, we gonna run up on your land because it's gonna be 40 or 50 of us, and it's only gonna be 3 or 4 of you in the house. He's like, you damn right it's only gonna be 3 or 4 of us because I only trust a handful of people. He said, but you think my property's not booby trapped for you bears? You think I don't have traps on my property? Oh, we train, we in the military, we know how to get through that. She talking all this noise. And the brother, a brother said, we're going to get in your house and take all your guns. We're going to kill you and take all your guns. This is what the brother's saying on stage. This is not a brother in the Isupk saying this. These are people in the world talking on Clubhouse with each other. And then this white man said, if you kill me, you're going to go into my room that's booby trapped and blow you and all your black friends up. Dummy. You think we're not prepared for that? Ha 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 ha, you're dumb. He said, but if you don't kill us, we're going to have food for a long time and you're going to be remembered. He said, you're going to be remembered because we're going to put you in that meat that, what do you say, Dawda? He go, yeah, he said, we're going to make sausages out of you. That's what he said. He said, well, you're going to be remembered because somebody's going to be like, that was a good ass sausage. That was some good sauce. You're going to be remembered by your taste. That's what the white person, guess what old girl going to be? That's with that white man. She going to be sausage. That's what she going to be. He said it, and he said it so calmly because that's his reality. That's what they really planning for. Go ahead and get with that white man. You're going to be food and not just for thought. I pray you understand. Keep going. You're going to be lawful meat. And ain't that what the Christians say? All meat is lawful unto me? Well, you're going to become the meat that you say is lawful. Yeah, it's not what goes into the man. Well, okay. You believe that? Go ahead. Keep going.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life. And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
They that fear the Lord will find that medicine. You'll find that brother, that sister, that's such a friend that when you talk to him, you feel better afterwards. You know what I mean? You call and get that counsel. You call your friend and tell them what's going on, and they don't tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you need to hear. And you feel better because you know what they're saying is right. And you're like, you know what? You're right. I am tripping. No, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You need that type of medicine in your life. Keep going.
Verse 17. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
What is that saying? If you fear the Lord, you'll make sure your friendship stays on track. But what does the last part mean? Read that last part again.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
So as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. What does that mean?
So what you do, your neighbor also do? Like when you be good to him, he'll be good to you.
Yes, that, but something else too. Go ahead, Dawda.
I guess like saved. Like you're gonna be saved, so they're gonna be saved too.
As he is, so will you be also.
Whoso fears.
Let's make it practical. Go ahead. Huh? Yeah, they operate the same way, but let's think about right now the friend that you got that stick close to a brother. Whatever state you're in, that's what state they're in. What does that mean?
I don't know, like if you fight, they fight.
Yeah, what else? If you broke, they broke. If you need help, they gonna help you. Right. Like you're never alone. That's what it means. Right. It means whatever state you're in, he'll be by your side in that state that you're in. You'll never be alone because a friend sticks close like a brother. That's what it is. Give me 1 John. Actually, I'm Lord Christ. It's like I'm teaching class. Okay, come on. Yeah, I'm sure. 1 John 4:20. That's what I need.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
Stop. What do people be saying all the time? People always say, I love the Lord. I love the Lord. But who they hate? Their brother. They got somebody out there that they hate. Well, guess what Bible's saying? That if you say you love God and what?
And hated his brother.
And hate your brother, then what?
He is a liar.
You're a liar. You're a liar about what? Loving God. Right. Why? Keep going.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
How can you say, I love God and you never seen him? That's why I said earlier, loving everybody is really loving nobody, which requires no love. I love everybody. You don't know everybody, so you don't have to love anybody but yourself. Go ahead.
It's also the same thing when they say they love God. It's easy to love God because God don't need $1. Like he don't need a ride to the store.
Right.
He don't need, he don't need. Like,
God don't need nothing from you. So the friendship is it's just like how women say all the time. I'm married. No, my man can't have more than one wife, but I'm married to Jesus. You know how many women married to Jesus? How many women married to Jesus? One? Do Christ got one wife? How many wives do Christ have? If all the women are married to Jesus, Christ has multiple wives. Oh my God. But you know why you don't care? Because you don't see Christ. Christ is really not real in your mind. So you could be married to him, just like you can love God because you don't have to show it. But who do you have to show love to? Your brother, your husband, that man that's laying there. So when he talk about having more than one wife, that's a problem because he's here. When Jesus got more than one wife, that don't matter because he's not. Meaning you really don't believe in the Most High or Christ. It's just something that's cool to talk about. Read the next verse.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
He who loveth God loveth his brother. They are synonymous. They go together, hand in hand. They are not different. You can't say I love God and hate your brother. You can't. That's why that's the two greatest commandments. That's why Christ said, love the Lord thy God. And the second is love thy neighbor as thyself. This is about loving one another. What did Christ come and die for? Who did he give his life for? His brothers. He showed the greatest act of love to his people, his brothers. So now he wants you to love your brothers the same way he loved his brothers. Go ahead.
So Christ even said, as much as you have done it to the least of these my brethren, you have done it to me also.
Right, because he's taking the plight for his brothers. So you hurt his brothers, you're hurting him. You disrespect his brothers, you're disrespecting him, because that's what a real brother do. It's what a real friend does. He stick it close than a brother. You got to know that this is your currency. We are each other. We are what's going to help each other survive. If everything go to hell right now, where everybody going to the store right now? Everybody going to Walmart, everybody going to HEB, they going to Sam, they going to Costco's, they going to all the big stores, right? Well, while you're in the stores, who's going to be watching the car? Because there may be some brothers that's out in that parking lot with a water hose, siphoning all the gas out of your tank, putting it into gas cans for their generators. You in that store fighting for toilet paper and chicken and chicken nuggets and microwave burgers, and they out there sucking the gas out of your car. How can they do that to you? Because you're alone. You're alone. You are alone, and the lone wolf dies before the wolf pack all the time. See, what we got in here, listen, we're going to have about 4 brothers at the house on Shamar. So all the stuff at the house can stay there, because you're not going to be able to rob us. We're going to have 6 brothers in the car. You have 3 brothers in the back of the truck and 3 brothers that go in the store with the sister to shop. So if anybody coming out with all the toilet paper and all the chicken and the meat, it's going to be us. Why? Why is it going to be so easy for us to get more? Because we're not alone. We are brothers. You got brothers with you, fighting with you. And now your car is going to be secured. Your house is going to be secured. Your rib is going to be secured in the store, because you're not alone. I mean, I need that scripture. That scripture that says, it's in Ecclesiastes. It talks about a 3-fold cord or something like that. 2 is Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. Yeah.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor.
2 is better than 1, because now when we work, we can work faster. If I'm building something, or if let's just say I'm washing the car, I'm cutting the yard. It's a whole lot faster if you got 2 people cutting the yard. You got one person cutting and the other person edging. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot faster when it's like that. But if you're by yourself, you got to cut the yard, then you got to go back over the yard and edge the yard, then you got to go back over the yard and blow the yard and get whatever you got to get up. It takes a whole lot more time to do something, but 2 is better than 1. You get your reward faster because you are working together. Keep going.
Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
Who gonna lift you up when you strong, black, and independent? Who got to pick you up? You. You all you got, right? Well, you got to pick yourself up. So now that you are alone and you all you have, then the pressures of life just start to come down on you. You start to be depressed because you have no medicine. What's your medicine? We just read it in Ecclesiasticus. Dawada, your brother, your friend. A faithful friend is the one that's going to make you not go into depression. Keep going.
But woe to him that is alone.
But what?
Woe to him that is alone.
Destruction is going to come to you if you're by yourself. You are going to be a soft target. Keep going.
When he falls.
When he falls. When you fall and you by yourself, yikes. See, you don't think about it like that because we have cars and all that. But just imagine if you were walking. Imagine if you had to walk everywhere. You would be way more comfortable with one other person by you. But because you have a vehicle and you're in a car, then you don't care about being alone. But when all of your amenities are taken from you and you have to go back to riding a bike or walking and dealing with things, then you're going to be happy just to have one person with you. You won't want to be alone. The people that die the fastest are elderly people that are alone. And you know what? People that like when people are married and their significant other dies, the other one normally dies very soon because it's hard for them to take the pain of losing that person, that friend. Go ahead.
My grandfather died 2010, and then my grandma died 2011, like almost a whole year after.
Yeah, the pain of losing that friend was no medicine could fix that. Go ahead.
I've actually seen animals too.
Animal.
There was a dog, or it was like these two dogs that were together forever that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And one had died, and the other one, I guess, was like so depressed that when I think we took it out for a walk and it just collapsed.
It died. It just died of a broken heart. You know how many people are out here dying of a broken heart because they don't have friendship. They don't have brotherhood. That's why the fact that we teach brotherhood is so righteous, because that is the cure to what's going on in the earth. Why are people in gangs? Brotherhood. Right. That's what this is all. People, listen, if we gonna rob, kill, steal, but we doing it together, I'm with it. That's what people said. They don't care about going to jail or whatever, as long as they can do it with a friend. That's how important friendship is. Keep going.
For he hath not another to help him up. Verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Yikes. How can one be warm alone? When it's cold, you roll over on the other side of that bed and it's still cold and you by yourself, you ain't got no body heat in that bed. That's rough. But people that got somebody that can get some body heat with, they survive longer in the cold. Keep going.
Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
What is that saying? So having a friend is cool, but having two friends is even better than having one friend. Well, guess what we got in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge? We got brothers and sisters all over the earth. We have a treasure in here. And so what we're doing with the brothers and sisters in the school is trying to get everybody on one accord. So everybody that's in here is trying to get on the mindset of from the top to the bottom, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So we're trying to get everybody on the level of Commander General Yohana. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get everybody on his level so that we can all be connected and joined together with each other and be strong. How much time I got out there?
We've been live now for hour 30. So you got about 30 minutes.
Okay, give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 18. I ain't gonna go that long. I just want to a cuss.
7 and 13.
Yeah.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 13. Use not to make any manner of lie, for the custom thereof is not good.
7 and 18, Salaki.
7 and 18. Change not a friend for any good, by no means.
What does that mean? No.
Change not a friend, meaning like don't trade your friend in for anything.
Keep reading.
Neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir.
What does that mean? That breaks it down. That lays it flat right there. Go ahead.
Like don't basically like your brother or your family or friends are more valuable than money, gold.
Then the greatest gold on the earth. The best quality of gold doesn't compare to your brother that's in your seat. That's what you got to put in your chest. You got to know that, your brother is more valuable than money. And Commander General Yohana teach us that in this school.
Right.
He teaches us that nothing can separate us from the love of our brothers. That's what you got to put that in your chest, because everybody's going to try to separate you from your brother. So what do we use to make sure that we don't be separated from each other? We have a system that Christ gave us that we've always had in the law, and it's Matthew 18 and 15. If a brother offend thee, what do? Do it. Take it to he and he alone. Did it say take it to Facebook and tell everybody that he offended you? Take it to he and he alone. And if he hears you, then you have done what? You've gained your brother. So your brother heard you, and he was like, hey, man, what does it mean to hear someone? How do you say it again? That's how you know I heard you. Hey, Salakia, sir. I was offended at. Oh man, Salakia, man, I ain't mean that. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I ain't know I offended you. I wouldn't want to offend a brother. Salakia. That's me hearing you. You know what me not hearing you is? Well, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? That's how it is in the work of the Lord. You just gotta, you'll understand later. Now, Salakia is me hearing you. If I don't hear you, what should I say? That's it. If I don't agree with what you're saying, we don't have to argue. I'm going to just say, well, no sweat. I don't agree. Let's just take it to counsel. Counsel is not, I'm snitching on you. You telling on me. Counsel is, we don't agree, so we're going to take it to a third party so that he can be the determining factor, the mediator in this situation. Somebody who don't have a dog in the fight, who don't care whether I get the remote control or not, who don't care about what we're arguing about. He's just going to judge the matter. That's the system that the Lord gave us. So now you take it to counsel and you get into counsel, and then the brother still say, man, I don't agree with the counsel. Then you take it before the nation. And then that brother say, I don't agree with the nation. Now what do we do to him? We kick him out the nation. We treat him like a publican or a heathen. Treat him like an oppressor. Because you know what? You are bigger than the nation. If you can't listen to everybody and everybody saying you wrong and you the only one that's saying you right, no problem. You are your own nation. You can be alone. That's what you're saying. The Lord gave us that system so that we can always mend what's broken. Now you have to learn to use that in order to keep the brotherhood intact. If you don't utilize that, you're going to mess up the brotherhood. All right. Anybody got any questions? I got a bunch of more precepts, but I don't want to beat a dog a dead, I don't want to just stomp you out. All I want you to know is the most important thing that you have is your brother and your sister. We need each other in this hellhole that we living in, especially in what's about to go on with each other. It's about to get Mad Max out here. And you're going to need the Aquathian. No, you're going to need the Akyum and the Aquathian. We're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. More than ever, you're going to need to be around people you can trust. You don't need to be around people that you're trying to learn to trust. You need to be around people that you know live by the same rules, live by the same principles. So now you know, like, if I'm going to have people in my house, I need to have people in my house that I know I can leave around my wife and my sons and my daughter. You understand? I don't need to be wondering is when I leave, is he going to be trying to holler at my rib? Is he going to be looking at my daughter? Does he like little boys? I don't need to be worrying about all that. You understand? So come into Isupk under Commander General Yohana and purge the demons that are in your life. Get all that filth out of your mind. Become a new creature in Christ. Become a brand new person, someone that your mother don't even recognize when you walk in the house. Someone that when you walk in the house, your entire family say, hey, may I help you? Hey. I walk into my family house and they be like, hey, may I help you? Do you need something? I be like, yeah, man, I'm just coming in here to fix the plate. I be like, hey, man, who invited him? And my mama got to come around the corner and say, that's Junior. Boy, I ain't even recognize you. That's what you want to. You want to be you want to be that different. Now, if you walk in the day, hey girl, how you doing? Yeah, they know exactly who you is, then you need to work on yourself. You need to have so many fringes hanging down. You need to have, sisters need to put a fringe head wrap on where they can't even see your face. You need to be so different. And they like, damn, who is that under all them strings? You need to be different now. Become someone new, somebody that, that you can stand and you can be happy. You know what I'm saying? That know that you're not a piece of shit. A lot of people are just really pieces of shit. And those are the people you call friends and family. Hi. I think that's it. We got any questions? We see any questions? You got any questions in the chat? Facebook, YouTube, MeWe, Periscope. What else? TikTok, Clubhouse. No questions? All right, Most High Christ. All right, well, with that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Capayor. Yeah, man.
This is the Isupk security announcement. We're the Isupk, 1 West, 145th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maishra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Passover, 14th day of the first month. So it's Saturday, April 1st, 2023. And you can find this in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1 through 51. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4 through 5. In the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7 through 8. And the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 30, verse 17. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And this concludes the Isupk security announcement.
Listen, man, get your Passover stuff together, man. See everybody in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to have an excellent time out there. How far is Passover away? Like, I don't even want to say it out loud. Is it like 2 weeks away? How many weeks is Passover away? 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yikes. Well, see y'all there. And listen, if you ain't got a garment, just wear that t-shirt and them jeans that you wear to camp all the time. Don't let that be the reason you don't come. You show up and keep the laws of the Most High and show up to the Passover, because it's going to be a glorious event. If you're not in the Isupk, you're not a member, you are Black, and you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you can come to the Passover as well. Come to the Passover, man. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to have brotherhood and sisterhood together at the Lord's Passover, as we have been commanded to do. Our nation has one Passover, the Lord's Passover, and it's April the 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina, and you need to come and be there. With that, imagine, which means to stand. Saw, we're going to turn and face the east. Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abinau, Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Balatuka, Baba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ma'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashaman, Latanana, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawatna, Kasalakna, Kabawatina, Walala, Babi'ayna, Wanasai one, Above, High Shine, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, Lami, Amen.
In the English, our Father,
which
art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name.
Thy
kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us. Our debts. As we forgive. Our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. So, give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Barakatah, Yahweh Matah, Saw, courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Alatah, Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shema, Alatah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Dismiss. Like Yahweh Matah.